Well, imagine selling a building, then paying to rent it out and take care of it.
And you paid for it.
Lacey Chris went to find out what's going on. She's live in Milwaukee. Lacey.
Well, we just talked to MPS administrators. Now, the board voted last night to sell the Malcom X building for $2.1 million to a developer, then lease part of it back for $1 million a year. That's a deal that has a lot of people shaking their heads. Well, this Malcom X building sits quiet. It's at the center of a heated debate. I think a lot of people are scratching their heads when they see that the district is going to sell a building for more than $2 million and then lease it back for $1 million a year.
That leaves out the critically important equation of the amount of money the developer is going to put into the building.
MPS officials argue it's better off for taxpayers in the long run to sell it to a developer, 2760 Holdings LLC, and then pay rent rather than to sell it to another school.
Here's where taxpayers come out ahead. The cost of the building that the developers are going to pay the district is $2.1 million. Plus, we'll be able to put students into that building now, which will bring additional revenue into the district of about $5.7 million a year.
But that math doesn't add up for Common Council member Bob Donovan. The council will have to agree to the sale since the city owns the building.
It sounds like a bunch of garbage.
He argues it would be better to sell the building to a private school, St. Marcus Lutheran School.
It's plainly an attempt to block one of the highest performing schools in the city that frankly we're, I think, a threat because our kids do so well. And they're afraid of that competition.
MPS has offered St. Marcus 3 other open buildings, but Superintendent Henry Tyson says those aren't real options.
Well, we're going to keep pushing this issue. The Common Council still has to make their decision.
And we reached out to the developer. They did not return our phone calls. Now, the Common Council has not scheduled a hearing on the sale yet. We'll let you know when that happens. Live at MPS headquarters, Lacey Crisp, today's TMJ4.
All right, Lacey, and the developer plans to use half the building for low-income housing and a community center. MPS would control the other half for a school.